What's up, witches? It's Luna. I have an unboxing for you, and this is a special gift deck unboxing. And I actually had to wait a little while until the sun moved off of my desk because it's a bright, beautiful sunny morning. What a glorious thing. So this is a special gift deck because it is my first deck that is gifted to me from the author. Way back when, don't know how long ago it was, I reviewed Messages from the Wee Folk in an unboxing. And just a few weeks ago, I got an email that said, I'm Jennifer Murphy, the author of Messages from the Wee Folk, and I saw your review and I really liked it. And have you seen my other deck, Climbing Your Personal Mountain? So I said, no, I haven't. I looked it up and I told her how much I love the Wee Folk and, reiterated why. It's an excellent deck. And I said, I looked it up and it looks wonderful and I'm putting it on my wish list. And she said, well, I would like to gift you with that deck. So lo and behold, it made its way through the Christmas mail debacle. And here it is. And look, even after the sun moved, it is just so bright and wonderful and beautiful this morning. Am I complaining? Oh, hell no. All right. Climbing Your Personal Mountain. Jennifer A. Murphy, Ivy Davis did the photographs, and this is published by A.G. Muller, distributed through U.S. Games. At times in our lives, we can all use an extra dose of inspiration to help us through a situation or phase of life that can be challenging and difficult. We may also need an idea or thought that clarifies our next step toward our hopes and dreams. Each of these 52 cards has a beautiful photograph and accompanying verse for encouragement, support, and guidance. Organizations can use these cards in training modules and team-building exercises to generate discussions and problem-solving. Keep the cards on your desk at work, your nightstand, or share one with a friend. Experience a sense of well-being while reflecting on the exquisite photographs of nature and reading each special message for all of us climbing our personal mountain. The copyright on this is 2011, and the sides just have the title and the author and photographer and some little nature images. Nice little box, very easily opened. The backs of the cards. So obviously they're not meant to be read upside down. And this is a deck that, from the get-go, you understand that this was not made to be used for divination. This is made to be used for inspiration. So let's look. So facing card here, we have 2011 A.G. Muller, Jennifer Murphy author, and her JenniferAMurphy.com is her website, ivydavis.com for the photographer. Then we have individuals. So we have so that just says Climbing Your Personal Mountain. But look at this. This says Climbing Your Personal Mountain. Come on, directions. So we have cards that are clearly differentiated from the rest of the deck. That's nice. And then ways to read. Individuals. In the morning, choose a card for reflection on the upcoming day's events. The card can give you an idea and or concept to focus on during the day, given your various circumstances and interactions with people. Place the deck in your hands, take a few relaxing deep breaths, lay the cards face down and pull a card from the deck. Do not limit yourself to how many cards you can choose. Pick 1, 2, 3, or as many as you're drawn to. How does this card represent what's going on in your life? What can this simple message do to help you through your challenges of the hour, day, week, month, year? Contemplate on the card you've chosen and notice what you learn about yourself and your circumstances. Pick a card for each new week of the year. Give a card as a gift to friends or coworkers to help them relieve stress and bring harmony in their lives. So clearly, this is not meant as a divinatory deck, but it kind of crosses the line there because she's talking about getting yourself centered in that meditative state and then pulling something that is going to inform you. What else is an oracle deck? But something that's going to inform your day and give you insight into things. So let's see how we go here. Then we have groups. These cards can be used between 2 individuals or in large groups. In pairs, you can draw a card for yourself or the other person. Some topics for discussion are: how does this card reflect the personality of the other person? How is this thought and or principle reflected in your daily life? If it is not, what can you do as a group or individual to incorporate the concept? How can this card be applied to your career goals and aspirations? Explain why you think that card was the one chosen today. So that is a wonderful exercise for groups to just kind of generate a discussion. Retreats and off-site meetings. Exercise 1, choose a card as a group that represents the group's goal or focus for the time being. That could be quite an exercise, getting people to agree on that. Display prominently throughout the office. Revisit the message on the card at subsequent meetings. How is everyone doing in respect to the card? So, team building. Take the deck of 52 cards and pick 5 cards that are relevant to your personality and set goals related to them. Interesting. So there's 52 of them. We just found that out. Retreats and offsite. Exercise 3, pick 5 out of the 52 cards that are important to your organization. Break into small groups, and each individual brings the 5 cards to this small group, so you have to copy them. Or you buy a whole bunch of decks, maybe. Out of this breakout group, everyone decides on 3 cards that are most relevant to the organization. The smaller groups come back to meet as a whole group with the 3 cards they've chosen. And then more exercises going on with that. And we have Jennifer here. There's Jennifer Murphy. Come on. Oh, do the thing. There we go. Hi, Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. One of the things that I love so much about Messages from the Wee Folk is her writing, and how surprising it is. You think you're going to get standard meanings with particular keywords and things, but her meanings always go a little bit deeper and wider and take you into unexpected places, and I really appreciate that. And there's Ivy Davis, our photographer. Hi, Ivy. Thank you, Ivy. If these 2 women were together with my facial recognition issues sometimes, it would take me a while to be able to tell them apart. I can tell you that. My sincere appreciation to Max Rug and Hanka Demi at A.G. Muller for your guidance and integrity. So these are just the acknowledgments. All right, cards. Cards. So we don't have any suits. We don't have any categories of cards like that. They don't, there are no numbers. There's nothing to alphabetize. So it's just, a group of cards. This one says it is time to ask for help, delegate, and share your responsibilities. So right off the rip there, we're not getting just platitudinous, it's today's the first day of the rest of your life, kind of, feel-good phrases. This is actually some advice. It's time to ask for help. So that right there clues me in that, yes, this can be a good oracle. I express myself from the heart and let go of my ego. I look at my life with a new set of eyes that view my world with all I have already accomplished and given to others, from the smallest deeds to kind words spoken. With this change comes a new and better way of living my life. If I can't see it now, I will see it in the future. I'm open to receiving. I then give to others with an open heart. The circle is complete. Oh, that's wonderful. That's reminds me of the offering mudra that we do in with Tara practice, where you offer all that is precious to you, and as your hands come up, you get showered with that blessing, and then you give it away. That's a complete practice right there. I am a successful blank. With this success, I experience great joy and abundance that I share with others. Do your best and walk in the knowledge of that which you know is true. Whatever today may look like, I can change it with my attitude. So we're not, we don't have a solid connection between what's written on the card and the picture. It's more like these are absolutely beautiful images to engage your visual sense while you're looking at the phrase that's given to you. A blank page. Oh, and now this one actually does have a connection with the image. A blank page will help you. Let your thoughts and ideas be expressed on this page. You will find your answer. And there's snow with some footprints. Throughout my busy day, I remember to pause and take a deep breath and be grateful for blank. So these really are interactive. I embrace the pace of my life and trust I am exactly where I should be at this time. When loss is inevitable, look at what is, not what was, and start to think about what if. I radiate love. I bring it to the workplace and I bring it home. This love creates bridges with whom I come in contact today. With whom I come in contact with. There's something missing here. This love creates bridges with whom I come in contact with today. Bridges with the person with whom I come in contact. I don't know, something's weird there. With each deep breath that I take, I become balanced and centered with my thoughts and mind. I know what my next step will be. Success comes from finding the courage to forge ahead toward your dreams. Should I read? I'm not going to read every single one of these. Let's look at the images. This one talks about collaboration, abundance. Every person has their own story. Take time to listen to their story. Path to happiness begins with you. Follow your truth. Believe in your dreams. With every moment that passes, you're leaving the current situation behind you and moving closer to contentment and grace. Nature's beauty. Friends and confidants. No limitations. Celebrate your accomplishments. Today I'm working on the universe's schedule. I'm going with the flow of life. So as you can see, there are some that have really long messages and some that have very short messages. Variety. Creativity is innate in you. Every day is a celebration of life. The strength you're looking for is inside of you. Oh, the colors are so appealing. You know, I'm looking at these in the sunlight and it's just making my brain happy. So yeah, these images, you know, just as something to go through for inspiration, they certainly do that. The images are lovely. Taking care of your physical body, taking the higher road, break your goal down into small steps. I listen to my true heart's desire and create moments that fulfill my desire. In the quiet, you will find your answers. Simplify, simplify, simplify. It's that simple. Music will relax you and bring peace to your concerns. Today is a new day, and with this new day, I create blank. I can agree to disagree with you. There is no need to prove that I am right. That depends. Adversaries are good teachers. I mean, this is where, interestingly, because if we hadn't just gone through the times we just went through, I don't think this card would be hitting me like it is now. But so at the time this deck was created in 2011, this would have had a very different vibe of just, you know, I have my own opinion. I don't need to prove that I'm right. You know, we can just say, yep, we disagree, and nobody needs to be right or wrong. So the ultimate message there is about moving away from judgment and right and wrong. However, in the misinformation regime that we just went through, there has been this emergence of the idea that my opinion is as right as your facts. And that is not true. So if we are arguing facts, then you need to stand in facts, and you need to be able to show this information that I'm putting out here, what I'm basing my opinion on is factual information, right? So there's a point at which that does become important, and I don't know that you can see it. I have a rainbow. You can kind of see it. Let me see if I can. No. Because if I do that, oh, here, wait. There, you can see it a little bit better. That's what I needed to do. So how lovely that we've got here, rainbow. I want the rainbow to go across the cards and bless them. That's a wonderful thing. Adversaries are good teachers. Look at the barbed wire. The way to conquer impatience is letting go of control. Oh. Laughter helps to remind us of what is important in our world. Joy. Balance work and personal freedom. Dedicate time to activities you enjoy. Place one foot in front of the other. Keep on climbing. Accepting your true self and projecting it out into the world is a blessing for all you meet, or all who meet you. I'm developing my career with grace and ease. When opportunities present themselves, I trust my inner guidance, make the decision that's right for me. Accepting the challenge presented to you offers opportunities for growth and wisdom. The colors of the rainbow reflect true originality. Be true to yourself. So yes, we will let the rainbow kiss the rainbow. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can. right here is the rainbow coming in through my window, crossing the rainbow on the card. So that's pretty heckin' special, I would say. I have infinite possibilities. I'm creating my present and future. I take a step forward. As I take a step forward, I look back to see who I need to forgive. I forgive blank and take another step forward. Life brings many joys and sorrows. Chaos and change mean that old patterns of behaviors are dying and new positive ways of being will come to fruition. Amen to that. If circumstances need to change, initiate the change, take the first step, and now we're back to the beginning. All right. So beautiful cards, really beautiful. And the little rainbow showing up is wonderfully auspicious for this deck. So let's take a moment and do a shuffle. Ah, lovely. And let's take another moment to invite in, I hate to ruin the rainbow, guides and guardians, angels, ancestors, allies, please come in. As you shine your light through the window, shine your light into my mind, shine your light onto this deck so that the messages here can connect and bring wonderful insight and clarity. I'm going to shuffle them one more time just because it's so damn fun. But then I'm going to do a spread and pull. I'm starting to use this method a lot more often. It just takes away the guesswork of shuffling of, am I shuffling enough? Have I shuffled too much? Should I cut? All that kind of stuff. When you can just trust your intuition and pick the cards, I'm finding it lowers my anxiety and my self-doubt that's, frickin' hardwired. All right. I also want to offer... So we offer the fire of Azrael, air and fire. And now let's offer water and earth and spirit clearly. Let's see what I can do here. If I can get another rainbow. I could spend the rest of the day playing with this to make another rainbow on here, but okay, off we go. I'm going to go for 3. And we're going to do situation, action, and outcome. And see how these shape themselves to categories. All right. What do my viewers need to know today? What will be a message that is inspiring for them, that helps them more peacefully be where they are and more powerfully move forward to where they want to be? All right, I've got one here. One here. And that one's hollering at me too, so we will take those 3 and we get where we are right now. Balance work and personal freedom. Dedicate time to activities that you enjoy. So where we are right now is in a place where we are balancing work and personal freedom, where we're kind of looking at building in the things that we enjoy. And in that tricky place where people are working from home that maybe weren't before, so it becomes even more critical and even more difficult to balance work and personal time when your work is in your personal space. So we are in this place of really having to delineate a new boundary between work and personal and look at the ways that we do that. So let's see how we do that. The action, if circumstances need to change, initiate the change, take the first step. Okay, so action to be taken. If you're feeling like you're being consumed by your job in your personal space, that rather than work becoming more convenient and I can do it from the comfort of my own home, you're feeling like now my job is invading my home, my last refuge. It's time to take a step on that. How do we do that? By setting time boundaries. And I have worked jobs where the boss doesn't really recognize time boundaries and you're expected to be practically on call. So this is something that you must do, is just decide when you are not going to be available to your job. And if you have a job where you aren't actually on call for emergencies, don't look at the fucking email when you clock out. So you might have to have something, maybe there's an action that you can do that signifies clocking out. If you don't, if you're working from home, it could be that your log in is your clock in, and then you log out and that's your clock out. But you need to make sure that that action is significant to you and that you respect it once you've clocked out. Another thing is, if you are lucky enough to have a separate office space or a separate computer that you use for work, maybe that computer is in a different place, or if it's in your personal office space, once you're done with work, you take that computer and set it out of the way. So these are just some ways that you can set firmer boundaries between work and the personal, so that it's healthier, so that it's a healthier relationship within your personal home. All right, and it's saying that you need to take those steps today. And the outcome, I look at my life with a new set of eyes. Eyes that view my world with all I have accomplished and given to others, from the smallest deeds to kind words spoken. So this can be a shift in the way you look at things, that when you finish your work, you say, I accomplished my work day. I've achieved thus and so on this day. And this is easier to do as well if you have the ability to clearly delineate goals for the day. Some people work in jobs like customer service, where your job comes at you, where you're not the one that decides what you're doing for the day. It's a reactive position. I sit here and wait until people call, and then I solve their problems. So that's a little more, you have to maybe look at the time you invested, or think about particular problems that you solved that you can take as, this is my success for the day. And when you can do that, it helps you feel more fulfilled and more easily let go of the need to go back and look at email, or, still be in work head. You can let go of your day. If you are able to really set goals for yourself, make it easy. If there's a whole bunch that you have to do and you have to do, but they all don't have to be accomplished on the same day, prioritize number one. But number two, pick one that you can accomplish and cross off the list, so you can have that satisfaction of, I crossed this off my list today. And the work and personal freedom thing, if you're not working right now, or if you are a gig worker and you work on your own, really hard to draw some boundaries. Sometimes I find that I have a hard time pulling myself away from the computer, because I think of the things that I should be doing that I either can't do, or don't feel like doing, or don't have the energy to do, or things like that. And rather than letting myself off the hook and saying, this ain't happening today, go do something you can accomplish, I just sit there and grind on it. So again, being aware of how you're spending your energies and making the decision of, I'm going to do this thing and call it an accomplishment, and then let myself off the hook of these other things. Or, the other things you accomplish then are gravy. And then you feel like you really, really went above and beyond and accomplished. So again, framing your activities and your day for success that you can feel is a very important thing. So you know what? That was a really good reading out of these inspirational cards. I'm not surprised, because her writing in the messages from the Wee Folk had that quality of what's the word I want? I can't get but it's that quality where it's not like finite, where here's the statement, not much room for interpretation. These are breathing statements. Her writing breathes in a way that you can adapt it. It can flow and adapt to the circumstances, to the category, to the issue you have in your mind. You can find ways to shift the message or to pull out of the message things that relate to, the question that you're trying to answer. So, good deck. I would say I am very thrilled with this. I mean, I'm just thrilled that there's an author that's looking through YouTube. And I mean, it brings me closer to the authors of all decks. I've only had a comment from another author on one deck, and that was the Los Scarabeo Dragons deck with the dragon with the tits, and the author was like, oh, I'm sorry you don't like the deck. And it's like, it's the tatas on a dragon that kind of spin me. So, but to feel connected to an author, and you think about somebody that's created this great work and put it out for sale, and how much time and effort and heart and soul they've invested into this work, and then they're like, is anybody buying my deck? Is anybody? And so you go onto YouTube and say, is anybody talking about my work? And it makes me feel good to know that she found my video and found someone talking about her work and enjoying her work. So, and then she connected the circle by getting in touch with me, and what a wonderful thing. What a wonderful thing connection is. What a wonderful thing, the wheel turning is. And what a wonderful thing this deck is. So it's got a quality like none of the other decks I have. Very, very easy to use. This is extremely user-friendly because it is really created with the idea of using it as team building, and this is a deck for people that aren't readers. Basically, this is a deck for people that aren't looking for divination. This is a deck that can give the layperson an entry into divination. So there's a positive too. All right. I really enjoyed that. I'm enjoying sitting in the sunshine. Whoa. What the hell? There we go. I go for a ride every once in a while. My mouse is fucked up. Anyway, I hope that today we are all a little more rested, that we are all a little more hopeful and optimistic. I want to take one more here, just kind of as a message to our country. Because this is a shorter video. We're not even at a half an hour, because this is so simple. It's so simple and easy to use. There's not a lot of stuff. There's not like I have to read a novel or learn an entire historical system to get a reading out of it. Amazing. All right. All right, I'm getting pulled here, and I'm also getting pulled here. Where are you? This one. All right. Okay, so the message that I just asked for our country and for the world, really. Adversaries are good teachers. They help you look at the aspects of yourself that need improvement. We sure got shown what needs improving. No doubt about that. And then this one says, every day is a celebration of life. Live it well. So where are we today? We're in celebratory mode. We are in relief mode. We are in coming back to sanity mode, getting out of a bad relationship mode. Just a new day dawning, and we've got sunlight here today, that we haven't seen in a while. So another great message and another example that this deck does got it going on. The author has it going on. She has it going on with messages from the Wee Folk as well. Jennifer, I hope that you do some more. I really would like to see you do another deck or two, more in the mode of actual divination decks like messages from the Wee Folk, because you clearly have a connection to spirit. Clearly. If you didn't have the connection, I wouldn't be able to connect through your work. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for reaching out. Thank you for gifting me. I hope that what I do here helps you prosper as well. So many blessings to you, dear, as you move forward in your wonderful creativity. And many blessings to you, my viewers. Oh, God, here we go again. Okay. Hit the like button. do it. And you know what? I hit 800 subscribers today. Thank you for helping me get there. Click like, click subscribe, send me a donation, send me a deck so I can do a reading for you. And if you would like a reading from me, astrology or tarot, there is a link down below to DM me to set that up for you. I hope that you will be here for my next video, which is tomorrow. We'll be doing a goddess prayer circle. That's Saturday. And more unboxings on Mondays and Fridays, and live streams on Wednesdays and Saturdays and Sundays here and there. Just watch my channel, click the notification bell if you want to know when things are happening. Until I see you next time, take care, everybody. Breathe deep, relax, look forward to the future. There's a lot of work to do. Till I see you next time, this is the Zen Witch. Blessed be.